Okay, alright, I have music off in the background, so I don't know if you might be able to hear that. Okay. 71% of UK adults do not get enough sleep. They don't sleep long enough, they feel tired the day after, they don't feel great. 71%, that's quite a lot. It's a big old chunk of the population in the UK. It's quite a bit. When I was younger, say around 10 years old, and I was a lot younger, and I didn't have the worries or stress of the world around me, when I would go out and literally just climb a tree for fun. I mean, when was the last time you climbed a tree? Went into a puddle, went and touched grass? Not in the figurative of speech, literally just went out and lied down on grass. Found a field with long grass and just lied down. See, when was the last time you did something like that? For me, it was a while ago. I mean, I think as the world of society and how everything is brought into my life when I'm a teenager, typical teenage shit of video games, social media, porn, you know, when this is introduced into my life, I sort of lost that childish fun that I'd have. And when I was young, a kid, I'd always sleep really well. Within 10 minutes, just like that, I'm gone, I'm dead. I was a good child in that sense. But yeah, so when I was younger, sleep was more natural to me because I didn't, and I think that's due to the fact that I didn't have any of these influences in my life around. I didn't have a phone, therefore I didn't have social media, didn't have any access to porn, didn't have video games or anything like that. And I think that's a lot more that can be said than the kids nowadays. Like 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, even younger than that now are having access to all of this, which is kind of screwed up. So when I started having these introduced into my life, it was around 15, 16, 17, maybe a bit younger, that is when my sleep started to deteriorate, started to get worse. I think, and the easiest way to say this is because I wasn't doing anything productively exhausting my mind during my day, during the weekends, which is off school. I literally just lie in bed, watch Netflix, watch my porn, and then, God forbid, I'd get out my bed to sit in my chair and game. So that was the most movement I'd done all day, for 2 days, and then I go back to being at school. So that was kind of like, and then on those days, I found it difficult to sleep. Yeah, no shit, I hadn't done anything. If you're going to bed, you're getting ready to go to sleep, you're in bed, it's been an hour, it's been 2 hours, fuck, can't fall asleep, chances are you haven't done enough. You haven't done enough in your day to exhaust your mind. You haven't been productive. You've been lazy, and therefore your body isn't tired. The way to know that you've done enough in your day, and the way I know now, is after I've done work and stuff, I get home and I've been productive. And the way I know is by when I'm ready to go to bed and it's 8 o'clock, something like that, I'm exhausted. I'm excited to go to sleep because I'm so tired. That is how I know, yeah, I've done a lot today. I go to bed and I find it piss easy to go to sleep. I'm going to share some tips that I've also done that also helped me start sleeping well, apart from just being productive and not lazy. And one of them is low brightness on my phones. Now I've got this whole channel and other things that I'm doing, I realise I'm on a screen a lot of the day. And when it starts getting close to the end of the day, or even all day, I keep my brightness low and on nighttime mode. So that's what I do. So it's not really the typical, oh, turn off your phone 3 hours before you go to sleep. Nowadays technology is really good, so where it filters out the harmful blue light in the screens. So that's what I do. I can work right up until I sleep, so I don't stop being productive. But I've got the blue light filtered out and low brightness, so it's not it's like damaging my eyes. So yeah, and then also, this was going to link in together, is stimulating things on my phone, on my laptop. Don't go and watch porn, because that's stimulating. Don't play video games before you sleep. No matter what you say, people say it's to relax, to help them relax. It's stimulating. It is stimulating. I mean, you can go on your things and work, but I mean, don't put your brain into any clear way that it's going to make it excited or make it annoyed or stimulate it. I mean, say I got like a comment on YouTube and it was something that was something that's upsetting and would get my brain working, get me to think about it, stimulate it. Don't expose yourself. That's an example. I mean, it's a shitty example, but you get what I mean. Don't stimulate your brain just before you go to sleep, because you won't be tired. You want to exhaust your brain from being productive so it is tired. That way you'll actually fall asleep. And another way to help do this is simple: read a book. Whether it's Kindle, I mean, Kindle has built in, like, to make the pages look like actual books, have that blue light already filtered, so Kindles aren't bad. Or even better, just get an actual book, just read. This is also something else that's going to tire your brain, something that's not stimulating. So, okay, sorry about that. I was kindly interrupted by a friend. But what was I saying? Yeah, read a book. A book is going to calm down your mind. It's something that is healthy for you, and it's also something that's going to make you tired. And read something productive. One of my books I'm reading right now is Wabi Sabi by Beth Kempton. It's a Japanese book, and it's basically Japanese history, perfection in imperfection, and it's something that's not filled with just some random shit that's not really productive for my mind. So I'm reading something like this. It calms me down. I go to bed and I feel good. Another thing is your bed. Your actual bed. My bed right now is a mess. I don't know if you can see it, but my bed right now is a mess. And I think the most important thing is your mattress. So you're probably not going to like what I say here, but if your mattress is a piece of shit, it's dirty or it's broken even, buy a new mattress. It's going to cost you money, but buy a new mattress. And a lot of people might turn around and be like, oh, I don't have the money for that. And I get where you're coming from. I mean, the same thing with me. I ride a motorcycle, right? And some of the prices for the helmets, right, can come up to £1,000, something like that. And I kind of turned around and I was like, why? I'm not spending money on that. And then I realised, when I thought about it a little bit more, not just the financial side, a helmet's going to save my life. Literally save my life. Why would I want to spend money on a cheap knockoffs sort of kind of helmet that could risk me dying? So yeah, then I thought, okay, £1,000 makes sense. Same thing with your bed. Obviously that's a dramatic, extreme version, but it's same principle. Your bed is a massive part of your life. A shitty sleep, shitty bed, shitty day. That's on repeat. Your week. That's horrible. Your week, your month. That's how that cycle will go over and over again. Improve your bed. And also the temperature in your room. People tend to sleep at colder temperatures, but obviously it's different for everyone. Spend time figuring out what temperature you like. Spend time figuring out what mattress is best for you. Maybe you prefer a hard one. Maybe you sleep better on a soft one. So it's okay to spend a lot of time to figure out this stuff. It's like it's a quote that Abraham Lincoln said: "If I had 8 hours to cut a tree, I'd spend 6 hours sharpening my axe," which makes a lot of sense. Spend time improving this, gaining the knowledge about this, and improving your actual physical bed for sleep, because trust me, it will help in the long run. Sleep is a massive part of your life. Don't take it off lightly. Make sure you have a good sleep, because it makes a difference in your day, like day and night. You feel like a new person. You've got a good amount of sleep. I think the other thing is, get enough sleep. A lot of people don't realise that sleep efficiency is a thing. So, say for me, I get into the habit of going to bed early, right? It's productive to go to bed early. You don't have to wake up at 5 in the morning, right? Maintain a cycle you know you can wake up to and go to bed to for the rest of your life. Don't bullshit here. Be completely honest. If you can't wake up at 4 in the morning, don't wake up at 4 in the morning. If you can't do that for the rest of your life, don't. So I'm very strict on when I go to sleep. Get into the habit of going to sleep at the same time, on the dot, every single day, and it becomes a habit. So I go to bed at 8 every time. Not 9, not 7, always 8. In bed. May not be sleeping, but in bed by 8. No screens, just full on sleeping. I put tape on my mouth as well to help me breathe throughout my nose. I'll get into more depth of that, but trust me, breathing throughout your nose increases your sleep efficiency by 1,000-fold. It's amazing. Like, first time I tried it, woke up the day after, and I felt like I had really slept. The first time in a while, I woke up and was like, had the lines across my arms, across my face, from like when you have a really good nap, and I woke up and I was like, holy shit, that was a good sleep. And now I do it every single night. I noticed it helped my jawline a bit, so yeah, get into the habit of going to sleep early. When I wake up early, I'm more lenient. It's from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. During that time, it's a lot of hours. I tend to wake up more around 8, 7. So if you do the maths, that's around 12 hours I'm in bed. Not that I'm asleep, 12 hours I'm in bed. I go to bed at 8, I tend to wake up at 8. That's something I can maintain for the rest of my life. So that isn't 12 hours of sleep. I have around a 70% efficiency of sleep, which basically means I'm only going to be asleep 70% of that time I'm in bed, which is around like 8.4 hours, which is so big. Like it's not so compared, like, oh, I'm in bed for 12 hours, but I'm only asleep around 8 or 9 of them. That's what I mean. Prepare for a good amount of sleep. Get into the habit of going to bed early. It's productive to go to bed early. It's not productive to wake up at 6, 4, 5, 3 in the morning. So wake up at what time you can. I'll leave it at that. I'll run through it very quickly. Low brightness, nighttime. Don't stimulate your brain before you sleep. Read instead. That's going to help you. And make sure your bed is healthy. Make sure the room is a good temperature. Spend time researching what's good for you, because it's important. Don't take sleep off lightly. And set yourself a time to wake up and go to bed. You can be more lenient in the morning, but something that you can maintain for the rest of your life. So yeah, this is what helped me go to sleep, including the fact that I had done a lot during my day. Have an amazing day. Go spend the most you can in your everyday lives and do the best. Love you all.